takových 5 cm.
To vás to přesně dá,
Teď jdete prosím vás něco natáčet? Yes, they are going to do to shoot it now, right now.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All these sequences are illustrative, that is to say, we render them up out of bits and pieces, really. But this sequence, you can see we've got a laser ray going beneath the ship and various effects, you know, courtesy of paint box that we put on the ship as it goes overhead. Further on in the sequence, we've got just a static of a cutout man that arrives and departs from a planet's surface.
But you could do this with a moving image of a
yeah, indeed. We'll be combining moving footage onto a static background, probably.
So a choice of 3 means of transportation.
Yeah. So he comes and goes. And these are various, examples of the kind of thing we can do fairly quickly. And it's fun to do.
1, 2, take it back, take it forward. No, come back. Take it back, take it forward. Cross it across. Now face that side. Okay. Obviously not every soap opera needs a choreographer, but in this particular instance, as I say, I've just been brought in to give them general movements and one thing and another.
And what sort of dancing are they going to be doing in the year 2050?
Well, if you look at the dance craze today, it's not that different from, say, the 60s and 70s. It's all much of a muchness. So I can't see it changing that much in the year 2050. Probably a little bit more outrageous, but not that different. On the spot. 2, 3, 4. Now take it through. Put it down.
Well, the scripts actually are probably the most advanced. The scripts are they're on to, let me think. They're on to about 24 or 25, which in real terms will be shooting 3 a week, which means that at the moment we're about 8 weeks from the time at which we first started recording ahead. But obviously, the moment you start recording, more scripts coming out, and it becomes literally like a factory.
So this is episode 8. How many? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Are they all 12? That's 13.
We all get together, the writers, the script editor, the producer, we get together in a meeting, and eventually we come up with a storyline that the writers can take away and work on, and they write their scripts, send them to the script editor, who will check them again for continuity from writer to writer, script to script, and ask for any rewrites accordingly.
Are they all coming out at 12 main characters?
No. 15.
That's no good. We'll have to cut some out of that. Can't afford that, can we?
So that's why Mercedes dances like that. Now, music, as we all know, our music scene changes direction every other day. So trying to second guess what the sounds for the year 2050 will be like is like trying to predict what's going on in the charts at Christmas. What we can be sure of is that advanced technology will play a major role. What surprised the producer of Jupiter Moon, Bill Smethurst, was that the machines exist today to create the sounds of the future. We tracked down the music technocrats who drive today's musical starships for the space soap in a tiny studio very close to the pleasure beach of a well-known coastal resort.
We're on another planet.
Initially I approached William Smethurst, who sent me a very short, curt letter back saying, "Go away, I've never heard of you." So I sent him another letter back saying, "You may not have heard of me now, William, but you will." Sent him all my stuff, and he wrote back and said, "Right, great." When you got Jupiter Moon, by that time I'd finished one particular pop group and was starting with Timekode, which is very much machines and the future, etc. And it was pretty inevitable that both of us should end up in space somewhere, so I seem to have got the job from there. Space Commander William, I call him. It's stable used to belong to my horse, Beethoven, and I've thrown him out into the field. He loves it though, it's more natural for him. And I've commandeered this place, and he's happy out there, and I'm happy in here. We both meet outside, and he looks over at me now and then, but he's got his own stable now. I certainly get inspiration from friends and all sorts of situations, environments. At the end of the day, I do actually hear it in my head, and I go around collecting usually relevant samples that will fit in, or getting the machine to say the correct words that I want for a particular project. It generates its own sound as it goes along. It is a text-to-speech machine, but you don't type it and then it says it. You type it in and then it says everything. It builds it up stage by stage phonetically. Its voices can be male, female, adult, child, and any combination, which automatically gives you far more flexibility. It's involved in some serious research, putting synthesised emotion into speech, so I liked the idea of false synthesised effects. Really, I will play a little version of what it can do. These are only 4 voices. I have names for all the little voices. I will tell you that as we go along. The first one's Terminator. He's my pal because he's menacing, and I fancy a menacing voice.
I can live in your mind if you will let me. You will not move any of your personality, none of your soul.
Next one's Rita, female.
Welcome to the 21st century.
And comes Kit the Kid.
Computer-controlled electronic entertainment.
And some guy called DJ. He's happening this one.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Dennis. It's a whispering voice.
Here comes Timekode.
And that's all created purely electronically?
Purely,
there's
absolutely.
No human voice in there at all?
There's no human voice at all.
Have you got an example where you've actually used the voice in a piece of music for Jupiter Moon?
Indeed so, yes. I will play it for you.
In the beginning was the faith, and the faith said...
Version 2.0 is running.
I'm tired of people having to justify the fact that machines, people think there's some sort of cheat, they do it all for you. That's not true. They only give you back what you put in. If you're a lousy programmer, you get rubbish back. And people still insist on this great division of there are real musicians, inverted commas, and people who use machines. It's the fact that it's a very sort of robotic sounding voice, although it needn't necessarily be. And it's with a great dance track as well, and it's in time, it's in tune, and the fact that it's a machine doing all this. I think they're starting to warm to that fact that machines aren't some great alien life form. They're fun.
They want to be thankful Nick Revel wasn't pulling shapes in that disco there after last night's Stones performance.
Yeah.